There we go. That ought to be pretty good. Let me check my setting. Just want to make sure you guys can hear. Looks like everything's good now. Alright. Well, thanks for watching. And it has been ages. Ages and ages. I've made new videos. So much has happened. Mostly me watching my son. I'm a stay-at-home dad. And that is a full-time job, as some people may have said in the past. But you know, life is full of surprises, so taking it one day at a time. Anyways, I am going to show you guys how to build a mage, since there have been quite a lot of people asking how exactly you do that. Let me reply to my friend, because he invited me to a party. Cool. So, what do you want to get out of playing as a mage? Like, when you play as a warrior, you can run up to something and smash it, pound it, and pulverize it, right? You can use Cross Chopper to really build up your rage fast. You can use the cannon ability to hit enemies from far away. There's a little bit of versatility with warrior, but the play style is totally different. You can play close range as a mage using skills like Throne Room, which is actually really effective because it makes you invincible while it's casting until your character starts floating back down to the ground. Or you can use Beast Repellent to really inflict serious punishment on enemies and inflict status effects on them too. You can use Ifrit's Inferno to just torch literally anything in front of you. But you're a mage. Why would you do that? Well, I can explain why, and we'll go over all that stuff, but first things first. Let's go over gear. And I'll tell you more about playstyle while we're going through this. Now, as you can see, I have a basic mage, nothing equipped. I'm going to literally equip all the buffs right here and show you, and break each piece down. So this is going to be a little bit more of an in-depth video than maybe some of my other ones. So first things first. When you're building any character at all, you really have to consider, what am I going to fight? What am I trying to accomplish? Like for a mage, if I'm going to be playing against demons, obviously I want an anti-demon weapon, right? But then I can also use the Magic Unleashed weapon that makes me do more damage to a non-elemental enemy, which are demons, and makes me do more damage to elemental enemies if I'm hitting them with their weakness. The trade-off is I have way lower AP, because it uses more AP and it takes longer to cool down skills. So it's a powerful weapon. It really hits really hard, but it's difficult to use. So maybe I wouldn't go with that weapon. Maybe I could go with something else like Snowman Crusher, which makes me do more damage against any enemy that's frozen. If I can freeze an enemy quickly, that's an awesome option. Or maybe you just want to shoot out like so many skills, but you don't have enough AP. So then you could go with this weapon, Queen of the Night Pro, which has Conserve AP 2 built into it. And then you could use Wind Blast as a very effective close range damage dealing capacity. You won't be hitting enemies for their elemental weakness most of the time, but Wind Blast really hits hard. It's just the regular right trigger ability. Or you can go with the Divine Planet Buster Pro, which has Shock Crusher and its lightning element. So it's versatile because it'll damage pretty much any enemy out there, except its equipment type is a gun. So God of Staff's minions don't boost its damage. You'd have to use Magical Bond, and the strongest one of those is Magical Bond 4. So, tons of different play styles. What are you going to fight? You really need to figure that out and decide, well, you know, with Mage, I think I could play undead missions faster. Or maybe I want to be really powerful and solo B81 with a Mage and just do it long range. All of those are options. So, you really just need to consider what you want to do and then try to build around that. Maybe that's a little bit complicated. Basically, you can fight any enemy in this game with any class. If you don't have really powerful endgame gear, you can farm the Singular Event boss quest, which is over here. And you can do it on Insane or Really Insane. You're going to have a lot better drop rate if you play it on Really Insane. Probably get the entire set within the first 50 runs. But it's hard to defeat that enemy by yourself if you're playing it, you know, the first couple of lower prestiges, you probably don't have the gear to really set it up to do that. So, if you can handle it on Insane, definitely get the whole set, and it's a good starter set because it has this rod, damage up versus elemental weakness 5. It is an axe, so that's unfortunate, but it has a high magic attack and one of the most powerful offensive buffs in the game. You just have to make sure you hit an enemy with their elemental weakness. Pretty easy stuff, right? So if they are fire, hit them with ice. If they're ice, hit them with lightning. If they're lightning, use wind. And if it's wind, burn it with fire. Moving on, you can equip a shield as a mage. So how should you build that? Well, we'll go into that in a second too. Then we have armor to consider, and helmets, and last but not least, accessories. So, this is how I would build a mage for, let's say, to fight demons. First off, I'm going to use the Magic Unleashed weapon, because it's really hard, and it has a bonus damage against non-elemental enemies, which the demons are. Then, for a shield, if you don't have any, like, Shield of a Disgraced Hero, which can be good, can be bad, depends on what you're planning on doing. If you're getting hit by an enemy, totally put it on. Chaos Curse gives you a huge bonus to health and health recovery, and all your stats go up by 1,000, as you can see over here. But it also lowers your AP recovery speed, so you can't use as many skills as a mage. You could also use some of the higher end equipment like Gate Void, but that also lowers all your stats by 3,000, so you have to be a little bit more careful. If you stack too many of those, then you're not going to hit any harder. You're just going to lose all your stats. So for now, let's go with just the generic shield that I've awakened well, not all the way, but a lot of the way. Then for armor, this is where it gets tricky. It depends on what you have. If you have Intensify Magic Attack level 2 on the Deathbringer Cloak, you can stack that like I have here to have some pretty ridiculous magic attack. This is 3,600 on one item. Of course, that's some of the strongest magic attack bonuses in the game, and I totally lose all defense, so probably not going to work for most builds. That is an armor that drops from the Singular event, by the way. Totally useful to know that. Let's say you happen to get this really cool armor to drop. Well, Conserve Rage 2 might not help you a whole lot by itself, but if you have something like the Greater Demon Helmet, this makes your rage start decaying very fast. You pretty much have to put Conserve Rage 2 on it to make the helmet useful. So if you have Conserve Rage 2 on your armor, you don't have to put it on your helmet, you can use it for another offensive buff, like, well, you can put AP recovery up to and conserve AP level 2. So you can use more skills, because you'll have 2 sources of AP recovery and 1 source of AP cost reduction. Really, it's quite a powerful combo. But for today, we're just going to go with a standard armor that anyone can get dropped. This is Fervor Robe plus 3. Fire Robe drops in one of the B dungeons. I don't remember. You can look it up in the encyclopedia. Helmets, there are a lot of cool options. For now, keeping in theme, we're going to stay with the Singular helmet, which is probably one of the better mage helmets, in all honesty. Like, across all the mage helmets, I find myself using this almost all the time if I'm doing any kind of events that I want to run through fast. It has one of the most powerful buffs on it, which increases the range of lightning shot when your weapon is elementally enchanted with lightning, and also reduces the AP cost. And it makes shocked enemies stay shocked for longer, and shortens the casting time on Lightning Strike, which can make it hit really, really hard, really, really fast. Other good options are the Essence of Decay helmet if you have it, but it makes you super squishy. You will die in a hit. Ragazard Fangs if you have it, because with this item you can actually break 5,000 magic attack on one piece. My record on this is 5,350. Or you can go with the Greater Demon Helmet, Tat of Brutality, which has incredible offensive stats, but you're going to run out of rage really fast. Really, it's whatever you have access to. So far, the Empress of Andromeda is the only piece of equipment that is locked behind happy cards. You can get it from Class Pack A, and it comes out as a silver star, which means you have a pretty good chance of getting it every time you open up Class Pack A. Anyways, last but not least, so many fun accessories you can use. But we'll go with just the regular old Celestial Scintillation Cape, which is one of the first items that you can equip. Okay, I'm probably going to edit all of what I just said out of the video. Here's why. I know I talked a lot and I rambled a little bit. So from here on out, start over. Hello everyone, and thanks for watching. My name is Smuggernaut, and today I'm going to teach you about how to build a mage. I definitely recommend you going to Twitch to watch this video as I edited out the first 11 minutes. Just talked a little bit about considerations as a mage, why you would play it, the different gear choices you have. So pretty much for any class that you are playing, you're going to choose the gear that you have and you're going to make it work. So what we're going to do is we're going to build an anti-demon mage. This should be fun because I haven't done one of these in a little while. And here's the gear that I'm working with so far. The only thing that is kind of locked behind happy cards is the weapon that I'm using, called the Empress of Andromeda. This has a very powerful buff that increases the damage I deal to an enemy when I'm hitting them with their weakness, or if they are non-elemental, which works for the demon enemies because they have no element. The rest of the items are things that you can get through normal gameplay. If you go to the rare metal shop, you can buy one of the two shields there, which is one rare metal, and it awakens to have 4 slots. And the same thing for the capes. I'll show you which ones they are. Now an easy way is just to press up, takes you to the bottom of the list. The Neutron Star ends up awakening into the magic boosting cape. And the chip shield is the one that you saw me with before. It's the blue shield. It has balanced stats, but a mage doesn't block, so it doesn't matter. All you need to worry about are the 4 slots. The other items are the Fervor Robe Pro 3, which drops in one level of the Greater Dungeon. I don't remember. Infinite Dungeon, I mean. But it has a nice AP recovery speed up level 3, so that can offset some of the magic consumption that the Magic Unleash buff on my weapon has. Now, if you don't have access to that weapon, it's okay, because instead you can go with the Scythe of Damnation. This drops from the Singular event, and when it's fully woken, it's an axe. So if you don't have God of Axe minions, you can just use Magical Bond level 4. And of course, if you get one of the cool weapons like I have, which comes from Class Pack A, it is a staff, so you can just equip your normal God of Staff minions, because they work for wand type equipment. So remember, Singular event for the Scythe, awesome weapon. And then, if you wanted to, you can also go there for the Deathbringer Cloak. It gives you a really high amount of magic attack, so you can actually not put a second one on your gear. You can use it for more defensive buffs. But as you can see here, I like to hit hard, so I loaded it up with no defense, all attack. The Deathbringer Hood is also a superb item because it lets you shock enemies from further away. Lightning shot range is super high with this equipment, and it also costs way less AP, so it kind of offsets the weapon. You can also use this to cast the Lightning Strike ability much faster. So it's going to activate and pretty much go off right after you see the lightning kind of crackle along the ground. If you happen to have better equipment like the Spiked Hat of Brutality, which is from the Greater Demon, definitely build it like I'll show you. I'll go ahead and put the buffs on it so you can see what it should look like if you do have it. And last but not least, the accessory. Like you can see here on the right, it shows magic attack and magic defense. It's a really good starter accessory. And then if you get something nicer like the Proof of Light Throw, or maybe even the Ultimate Weapon Soul if you're fighting E777, I'll show you how to make that. Even True Body. True Body is a really awesome accessory, but it reduces all your stats by 3,000. If you have it, build it like mine is here. You can put more HP up twice on it, which is really nice. You can also put an AP up because the Intensify HP reduces your max AP. So you might want some. But anyways, basic set of gear. Let's get into building. So, first things first. When you are building a weapon, never put on attack up, magic attack up, defense up, etc., etc. Unless there are absolutely no other offensive buffs you can use. And here's a good example. I know I'm fighting demons. Demon Punisher goes on. I know I'm fighting brutes, so we'll put a Brute Buster on. And I'm gonna shock them. So let's go ahead and put Shock Crusher on. If this weapon, or rather if the enemy I was fighting didn't have all of these apply, like let's say I was just fighting undead, and I could shock them, so I could put Shock Crusher on, and I could put Undead Punisher on, or Undead Killer, but then none of them were big, then and only then is it a good idea to put a magic attack up on. But even then, I know there's a lot of big enemies, so I can make them more versatile. Go ahead and put Brute Buster on. That's it. Pretty easy stuff. Now, just like the weapon is full of offense, the armor should be all about defense. So we know I'm fighting demons. Go ahead and toss that on. And they're brute. Go ahead and toss that on. Now the last one, it can really be up to you. It can be up to your playstyle. Put on more health if you want more health on your armor. You can put on more magic attack. You can put on AP. Put on ambush reliever. You keep getting hit in the back. Like if you see an enemy's about to smack you and then you run away, ambush reliever might be for you. Of course, you can go with other things like spear boost. You want to try to do more spear damage. But most of the time, you're going to want to put some damage mitigation on your chest piece, your armor, because that's really how you're going to survive. Like, this is the main way that you're going to take less damage from it, right here. For me, since I like to do tons of damage, I'm going to go ahead and put magic attack up. Alright. Now for the helmet. If I were using the Spiked Hat of Brutality, you can only really put 2 buffs on it. One of them has to be Conserve Rage, or else it's useless. And the other one, I personally like putting Conserve AP level 2. Now I'm not putting level 2 on, because this isn't the helmet I'm going to use against Demon. But you'll see exactly how cool the other helmet is. This one, Conserve AP level 2. Our lightning shot's going to basically cost nothing, and our lightning skill that we cast is going to hit really hard and really fast. Now, shield. This is where a lot of people can go wrong, and here's why. You can build a shield to have super high amount of offense. Like take this one for example. It has counter level 5. Who wouldn't want that, right? You get hit by the enemy and you snack back hard. The problem is, you can put so many defensive buffs on a shield, it can really turn the battle from, I just died from that, to, wow, it didn't even hurt me. If you have counter 5 on, you're gonna take damage. So instead of worrying about trying to avoid it, you're really gonna be putting yourself in the line of fire. if you're going to be using a shield like this, you really need to consider how you're going to take less damage from the enemy so you can make use of this buff. You don't have to run away. And hello, Watcher. Thanks for viewing. Okay, so we've already got our weapon that has all the punishers on it since we're fighting demons. Now we have our armor, which has all the protection and a little bit more magic attack. Since the demons don't have an element, the fire element on my armor doesn't really matter. My helmet, pretty basic. I'm zapping the enemy. I'm gonna shock him as much as I can. But for the shield, I'm fighting demons, and they're non-elemental. It would be really awesome for me to put non-elemental damage down. I happen to have a better one, so I'm gonna go pull it off. You can see this is my warrior shield, because it has all of the offensive buffs, no defense, well except for non-elemental damage. So, non-elemental damage for the demon, and if I knew I was going to be playing through other levels, I'd probably put something like ice damage down, or instead of non-elemental, I'd put elemental damage down, because it makes me take less damage from every element, period, which then stacks on top of something like ice damage down. Since my armor makes me weak to ice, putting those two buffs on pretty much cancels it out. I don't really take bonus damage from ice anymore, which means I can play more aggressively against every enemy and not have to worry about ice ones because I have defensive buffs on my shield. Now you can see how that really can make the difference for a mage. You don't want to die, and you want to do as much damage as possible. A couple of defensive buffs on your shield, and you're good to go. Now it's really just a matter of boosting up your damage a little bit. A little bit more health, counter, magic attack up. I can take a hit and I can dish it back. I could have put gain hit and get AP, or a hit and gain AP, but I don't care about that one. Last but not least, accessories. It's pretty simple. If you like using team skills often, put team skill power up. If you don't like using team skills often, and I mean every match, don't bother with it. Of course, same as usual, you want some more health. Certain cooldowns are real good to put on there, especially if you use something like Heart Rate Arrow, or if you use the weapon I have and it makes the cooldown longer. And then you can put something like parameter boost on. If you have a better certain cooldown, throw that on. If you have an HP and an AP separately, and you want to put one in each, go for it. You know, it's really up to what buffs you have, but I definitely suggest magic attack up and health and AP if you're trying to figure out how to play Mage. A little bit more of a mana pool really helps you out, because some skills cost 70 or 80% of your AP. So it helps having a little bit more to work. So now we have a relatively squishy mage. Really, I only have, the HP up level 9 on my shield, and the HP and AP limit up 9 on my accessory. But I have stacking defenses against demons, brutes, and non-elemental damage. I should be hitting really hard and not taking a lot of damage. For skills, Psychic Bolt is amazing because I want to shock the enemy. And Heartbreak Arrow is going to be my main damage ability. And the last one's not important right now. Normally, because of the weapon I'm using, you want to have the element that an enemy is weak to. So, if I were fighting lightning enemies, you want to have wind in, then you can wind blast them and do crazy damage. And in fact, I'm going to put that one on just so you can see how hard wind hits against demons. Blizzard is probably one of the most OP skills because it hits so hard and it's fast. A lot of people say, well, Glacial Judgment is just better. It can hit enemies twice, but it has a longer casting time. You can't move during it. You get easily knocked out of it, which, I mean, you can say that about Blizzard too, but you can move a little bit. And it does almost the same amount of Glacial Judgments final hit all at once. So it's really up to you. Stationary turret, spatial judgment. Quick, oh, I'm gonna kill him one hit anyways, blizzard. Lightning strike 3 because I have the helmet that boosts it, and if it's Inferno, I'm gonna switch out for Thunder Drill, since I have Shock Crusher. Last but not least, Meteor Storm is the only seriously damaging leader ability. I've hit hundreds of millions of damage on it on 777. If you happen to have Team Skill power up, it releases more than 3 meteors, which makes it devastating. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and put my Team Skill power up on the accessory so you can see what it looks like for yourself. There you go. No, I'm not going to redo that whole thing. Hello other people for watching, and thanks for joining. I really like playing as Mage, so I'm glad I get to show you guys my personal way of playing, and I hope you enjoy it. Building a Mage isn't that hard. It's the same as you build any class. You want to put on strong offensive buffs, and you want to put on even stronger defensive buffs for the most part, because take damage, you're gonna die. You get hit really fast, you die really fast. That's just how it works for me. I would never, ever, 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 with one exception, ever suggest putting Team Skill AP cost reduction. And even then, I can't really guarantee it's worth your while. Okay, so anyways, moving on. Since we're fighting Demon, I'm going to put Dargozan, who is a really cool minion that you can farm from chapter 11.1. Or you can also get him as a drop reward for actually playing B81. I think you can. I might be wrong on that. If you want to build the strongest offensive party and you're used to doing magic damage with a staff, then do 5 magical bond 4s and the rest got a staff. If you want to see all the math behind it and understand why, check out my information on Reddit. You can just search for Happy Dungeons and then search for Lego Gregolas, Legogregolas. It explains the math behind it. Just really quick, I'll show you. Yeah, it says magic damage up and magic attack boost. Magic attack boost increases your weapon's base damage. Magic damage up multiplies your total damage at the end. So magic attack boost, it stacks multiplicatively with the magic damage up. So you get like, I think it's 11% more damage as a mage. Not huge numbers, but it's still something. Take 11% more damage any day. That's it. We're ready to rock this beast. It's been a while since I fought demons, and I am psyched. I am pumped up and ready to go. Now, I'm also Prestige 31, so I might hit harder than you guys if you built your characters the same way. That being said, I'm probably gonna just kill it so fast we didn't know what happened. I'm hoping. Otherwise, I didn't do this right, right? And it's loading. I wish I knew how to sing so I could entertain you guys while I'm loading screen. Oh, I totally forgot that I had these tools on. Oh well. Psychic Bolt is really awesome for shocking targets. Just saying. So that's pretty good already, 16 mils. And yeah, I don't think you like that very much. Now you notice how quickly that launched when I actually cast Lightning Bolt? Let's see how much damage he's doing. Since we did build it, really low damage. Yep. See? Take hits all day long. And you can dish them right back. Come on, open up. That's a good gate. I should have used Wind Enchant. I didn't even show you guys that. Let's do Wind Enchant on the B98 boss, if we can get to there. I run slow, sorry. So that went even faster than I expected, and I hope you guys like it. But we're not done yet. As I said at the beginning of this video, it's really all about considering what you're going to be fighting, right? If you're going to be fighting like a bunch of different enemies and you're not sure what, it's usually best to put like Shock Crusher on your weapon and Lightning Enchant. And you can see the range on this lightning shot is crazy. So the Deathbringer's hood, whatever it's called, the helmet I'm currently using, really quite effective in this area. There we go. If I were using the Greater Demon helmet, they would have been roasted. My rage was high enough, I would have been doing almost double damage. I wonder if I can one-shot these guys in the next room. Let's try. If they stun me out of Blizzard, I won't be able to. Alright. Nope, see, they hit me real quick. How about Lightning Strike? Ah! But I am taking a considerable amount of damage and not dying. Yet. Oh, that's one of them down. Technically, I could just zap them like this, but where's the fun in that? Also, look at the AP cost. It is not that high after the initial little burst. Also, you can strafe by holding down on the left analog or left trigger. So as a mage, you could put something like Super Strafe on the shield, or use the shield that has Super Strafe 2 on it, and you'll move almost at normal speed while doing Lightning Blast, or Shot, or Enchantment, whatever. Yeah, you're a walking mage turret. It's fun to try that. Takes a little bit getting used to though. Just so you know, Psychic Bolt is still hitting things really hard. Just, you know, the other skill hits harder. It's anti-demon after all. I'm almost making my warrior look bad at this point. Alright, let's see what other trouble we can get ourselves into. Next room has an enemy that's not a demon. He is a brute. Now, Heartbreak Arrow is really a cool spell for a couple of reasons, and a bad spell for a couple. It homes, it hits 3 times with the element of your weapon, it can inflict statuses like shock, and it's super cool against demons, but the range is abysmal. I'm actually surprised it hit that guy. And he's fire, so this is it. Goodbye. 96 mil, straight to the face. Yeah, it kind of fades away, not too far, as you can see. It also has a pretty decent cooldown, so you can't spam it as quick as you like unless you put shorten cooldown on your accessory. You pretty much have to use it effectively in battle. Unfortunately, we're not fighting any wind enemies, or else I'd drop a meteor on their heads. Oh, still got me. Oh, you hit me and activated my counter for 20 million points. Why, yes you did. Oh wait, this guy is lightning, which means he's weak to wind. So first, shock him with Psychic Bolt, and then totally miss. And then smack him with wind. Done. Game over. I think Franken's ice. Let's see if I can kill him in one hit. I don't have Undead Killer on, and I don't have... Well, that's pretty much it. I got Brute Buster, I got Shock Crusher, but he's not going to be shocked. Sad face, it didn't demolish him in one hit. He'll probably kill me if he hits me. I'm going to try to avoid that. In case you're having trouble on Franken, there is a power-up in the corner. It gives you the same effect as Cheer. Alright, now the Ice Queen. Or, actually she's Fire. Fire Banshee. I think out of all the bosses in this whole dungeon, she does the most damage. Consistently. Like, she usually hits players, and when she does, they're dead. Look at any of my videos soloing P81 on a low club character if you want proof. Again, I didn't have Undead Killer, I just shocked her and hit her with ice. That's why this weapon is so powerful. I did like almost triple damage to her because of that. I'll show you a little trick. Oh no, the demons! They're gonna kill... Wait, they're ignoring me. 2 hits. Don't ever do the 3rd hit. It counts as magic, and you'll give yourself a little black orbs. Hey! Stop it. Oh, what's that? You hit me and my counter activated? If you happen to have Magical Rifle, or you happen to have 40.6cm cannon, you will demolish those without having to smack them, because those 2 abilities are physical, which means those magical pylons won't activate and kill you. Fun to know. Let's use this, because I haven't used this in a while. Okay. I don't think you like that very much. I don't think I like that at all. Fun fact, if you shock an enemy and you hit him with another attack, they'll still get the bonus damage of being shocked. Even if they're resistant to the element you're trying to hit them with, you'll still, most of the time, do more damage. Ouch. Don't kill me, bruh. Also, fun fact, Heartbreak Arrow can hit over walls. Ouch. No, 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 don't kill me. Don't do that. The demons I'm not worried about, it's the little goblins with huge fire. Now, they are fire, which means I have to hit them with ice. And then, you know, casual 17 million damage in one hit. Oh no, far away. Shock you first. Maybe that'll break you. And we're waiting. How should I do this? Let's try this. Well, that's no good. When in doubt, chuck a sphere. Since I don't have any good attacks that were useful against those 2 enemies, and or my shield was not useful in protecting me against their element, and I didn't have human protection, they would have killed me fast. So, yeah, throw a spear if you have to. Next guy. Let's see what we're gonna do. Let's try to shock him, and then I'll drop a meteor on his head. See, as a mage, half the time I'm close range. Half the time I'm running away. This is when I'm running away. Great example. Alright, step 1, shock the thing. Well, that almost worked. Let's just drop meteors anyway. So all those extra meteors were a team skill power up. Yay! 156 million damage. That went faster than I thought, so maybe we can up the ante a little bit in the next room. So here's the thing. I'm going to shock him, and I'm only going to do damage with Wind Blast. This thing right here. It just drains AP so quick, but you'll see why I'm doing that. In fact, if you watched my video on B777, you'll know why. I'm really sad I didn't shock that giant demon. Because then I would have hit him for 450 mil? Somewhere around there. Now watch this. Oh wait, sometimes he ignores me. Now if you had ambush attacks up, it probably still wouldn't be as good a damage as just doing that. Since he's shocked, let's hit him with... Oh no, he's not shocked anymore. Get some AP back. We'll shock him real quick, and then hit him a couple times for 50 mil plus damage. No biggie. Oh my goodness, that hurt for like 20% health. And that's it. He got demolished. On the drill. Yeah, that wasn't a E81 build, it was just for fighting demons, and you saw how super effective it can be. Whenever you're playing as Mage, I definitely recommend having equipment that has some defensive buffs and offensive buffs. So the shield is a great place to be a little bit more tanky without having to worry about dying or losing offense. Rather, that's what I meant to say, without losing offense. Obviously I have 2 different forms of damage reduction on my body armor, and then that's stacked on top of non-elemental damage down. You saw the results. I took super damage from everything else that wasn't a demon, but almost no damage against them. Some of the popular sets that I do are against undead or goblins. I just have one weapon, the Divine Planet Buster, which has Shock Crusher, and then I just shock everything long range with the helmet that I'm using. Oh look, Disaster Shield. That's rare. Yay, a whole bunch of cool stuff that I don't need right now. Anyways, let me show you this. I have a really fun mage that I will share with you guys since I'm being extra generous. Well, since I've bragged about it a little bit inside of Discord. The last build was, what can I do with Mage to make them decimate? This build is, what can I do with Mage to make it super fun and weird? I will leave that for the time being. It really comes down to your weapon in a lot of different levels. If you have a weapon that's built against whatever you're fighting, you can do whatever you want. This set is based around, shocking, skill cooldown. It's not complete. There are a couple items that I could get to make it better, but shorten cooldown 2 on my shield and my accessory. Shorten cooldown based on the skill, which stacks for each piece of armor, and then shorten cooldown 1 on my chest piece. Make this really, really fun. Really, really fun. Show you guys a quick example against, well, let's see. The weapon has Snowman Crusher 9 and Shock Crusher 7. No offensive buffs of any other kind. Let's do, I don't know, this one. Add kids keep out. There are ice elemental enemies and wind elemental enemies, which means lightning and fire are going to be my go-to. Lightning enchant and I've got fire enchant. Let's do this. premise of this... Oh, I forgot to change my minion. Oh well. The premise of this build is, can I get Meteor to 0 cooldown? And if I get the weapon and the helmet that I want, maybe. This would be the one and only time I would suggest putting team skill AP costs down, because if you have really low AP costs, you can spam Meteor, in theory. We'll see if it actually works out that way when I get all the gear that I want. So these guys are ice, means lightning is going to be great against them for bonus damage, and I have shock pressure on. The helmet stacks, which makes them take bonus damage and have a really high chance to get shocked in the first place. So I'm basically going to be shocking almost anything, and they're going to be staying shocked and taking bonus damage the whole time. And I have super low AP costs, so I can just cast whatever I want, whenever I want. If you have Moon Track 'em, you'll notice my cooldown is really, really high. I can use it back to back to back. Same thing with Lightning Bolt. I just need a little bit more AP, but I can chain cast Lightning Bolt as well. Oh no, it froze me. Don't do that, guy. I'll use a Magical Eater to them leech. Oh no. Anyways, let me show you this. Go fast. Even faster. Moonlight Blaster, which takes the element of your weapon. So, if I'm fighting something that can be frozen, that's a really effective way to not only freeze them, but do bonus damage. I didn't put Beast Repellent on, but that's probably the most effective way to make use of this set. Oh. Let's do... Well, you know, let's just do fire. I like fire. I could do my regular Fire Blast, but where's the fun in that? I can inflict fire with my Moon Chakram too, and it homes. Notice the shielded guys can't block when I hit them with a Moon Chakram, it knocks them backward. So you could throw a Moon Chakram and then get ready to zap them, and it'll damage them through the shield. Really effective. And you get a Fire Halo, and you get a Fire Halo, and you get a Fire Halo. Again, this is insane. And yes, I could be killing them faster with lightning. However, this is fun build, remember? And I forgot to put on Beast Repellent, so you're stuck with seeing it slower than it usually is. Ouch. Oh. Or stun me. Stunning is a hit. And you get hit. That can't be a problem. Let's toss a meteor to prey. Now, look at the cooldown I have on Meteor. It's almost done charging. It's less than 2 minutes of cooldown. Normally it's more than 5 minutes. Which means, if I'm wanting to use it often, I can. Yay, happy time. Stop it. Alright, I deserve that one. We're gonna head this way. So the Art of Witchcraft helmet that I'm using amplifies the ability to inflict the status effect, which is why I have only 2 pressures on my weapon for elemental effect. But it also increases the damage of fire effect. So most of the time, you'll see it hit. See, that was 156, the other one was 300 and something. These are ice weak, or ice enemies, so they're strong against fire. But I'm still hitting them with bonus fire damage, because that's how it works. Mathematically, if you hit an enemy with an element they're resistant to, you usually do half damage. So when the fire effect procs because of the helmet, I'm doing a little bit more than normal damage to an enemy that's resistant to fire. Pretty cool stuff, mathematically. Then, if I happen to shock them, well, I'd be doing 3 times as much damage to an enemy that is very strong against fire with fire. Now here's a fun fact, you can knock this little guy backwards too. You can just keep him kind of imprisoned in the little area. Yay! Let's do shock for the next area. See if I can hit the boss with it. If you wanted to build Rage as a mage, you could use Starlight Blaster if you can hit stuff with it. It's really great for building Rage on the last couple of hits, if you can hit something with it. And also if they're not blocking. It won't target things close to you, but it will target medium range enemies. After this, I'll show you what this build looks like with Moon Chakram, which is the reason I put it together in the first place. And yes, I can use Meteor again. Well, that's creepy. Green blue orb. Ooh, yay, I get to hit this guy. And I get to chain cast Lightning Bolt because super low cooldown. I didn't even have to buff myself with an element. I could just zap it a whole bunch. Yay. So, yes, not the fastest play, but if you were this build as a mage, playing through an area, trying to help other people, and all together you had like the same power rating or level, you could use this as like a crowd control mage. You could use it to freeze enemies with Moon Chakram and knock them back really fast. So it's kind of like a support mage build. One more use of this set, and then I'll end the video. Beast Repellent is OP. It actually is kind of OP. So, remember I told you those balls can freeze an enemy, and the helmet makes me freeze more enemies more often? Yeah, they stack. Like, super effectively. So let me show you all the individual buffs, since I never did that before. Secret of Witchcraft increases the chance of inflicting Ignite, Freeze, Shock, and Stagger, and boosts their length, but only boosts the damage of Ignite, the fire. It doesn't boost the damage of Freeze, Shock, and Stagger. And then obviously shorten cooldown, preserve AP. So why, would you say, is it so pivotal to use the shortened cooldown build with Beast Repellent? Well, each of the balls can inflict a status effect, and they do damage, and they can knock enemies back. So if you can crowd control them just by hitting them with something that can also crowd control them by freezing or shocking them, and then make you do more damage to them, well yeah, that's why. Normally, you cast one of these. By the time it finishes cooling down, like around forever and a day, like right before it ends, cast another one. Poof, and it wears off. That's not how it works a short cooldown build. I have 3 sets out permanently. And oh, I have Rage. And it's freezing the enemies too. Can't really tell because it's just working so quickly. See, there it just went and froze one of them. And there it froze another one. Yes, it is kind of awesome. You are a walking wrecking ball that can annihilate anything that's shocked or frozen. Or that's wind element because you can do bonus damage to things with fire too. It makes the enchantment effect that does more damage with fire activate as well. Yeah, and OP. To the point where I'm using no anti-goblin leader ability. And, well, nothing defensive anyways. No, like, goblin killer on my weapon. And I'm still just, you know, clearing the stage really quick. Now, don't look at me if I get hit. You do a lot of damage to me, even with the goblin protection 9. Again, yes, it's faster just to use lightning shot. But this is crazy. Can you imagine playing 10-3 with basically a freezing walking landmine? You can stand right next to where the little thing spawns and freeze it to death just from it spawning. Yeah, kind of fun. Not gonna lie, if I could get 0 cooldown with this, I could have at least 5 of these orbs ready at once. 5 sets of orbs. And this is already a lot. I have 3 active, and then the 4th I mean, it wears off right then. But it's 3 sets active at the same time. 1, 2, 3, and then 4th and the 1st wore off. Also, I think you noticed they kind of move around, and they were slightly homing in on enemies too. So, there's that. Anyways, short and cooldown build, not done yet. Yes, it's super fun. So many different ways to build a mage. It's really up to you. I hope you have enjoyed this video. It ended up being longer than I expected, but hopefully it's informative. Like, people that didn't want to play mage before can now see how fun it is to play mage. It's not just about shocking things, which if you want to play that way, that's fine. That's how you play. You can push out tons of damage, and you can do it with style. And it doesn't just have to be Psychic Bolt until it's dead. Of course, you could do that if you want to. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have questions, please be sure to, if you're watching this on YouTube, comment below. If you're watching this on Twitch, go to YouTube when I post it and comment below. And thanks for watching. I appreciate your time. If you have suggestions, recommendations, questions, hit me up. I'll be happy to answer for you. Y'all have a good night.